Hello everyone, I have to say one of the most grueling and frustrating experiences is when you have the Mega Drive, SNES, NES, and of course PlayStation Classics, and you've gone through the whole lineage of awesome games, and you want to move on to some games that were non-stock, report-wise, such as Mario 64, but then you realize, hey, I don't have an analog controller. What the hell am I going to do? Am I going to have to go to Walmart, Target, etc., and spend out $20, $30, $40 to get an analog controller just so I can play Nintendo 64 games? Hell no! We're going to have this fixed up so you can play them with your default SNES equivalent or PlayStation Classic, etc. controllers. Let's load this up right now. We're going to load this with, of course, the Gloopin Nintendo 64 core. And for those of you who are curious, run these in order if you're testing out games. Try Gloopin 64, Gloopin 64 Plus, Gloopin 64 Plus next, and then Parallel. These are the order of derivative nature here as far as the video plugins are concerned, from oldest to newest. So check out Gloopin first, and once you go into the game here, watch what I do. You're going to be able to do this with the release. We're going to go to quick menu, controls here, load remap file, and we're going to have the Nintendo 64 folder with a multitude suite of Nintendo 64 configuration files, so you don't need to even use analog controls whatsoever, as long as you have at least a Super Nintendo style controller applicable to your mini classics. So let's do Mario 64 right now, and we have it loaded, back in game, and watch what happens when I get into the game here. This is so damn freaking awesome. I don't have to keep plugging, unplugging my Logitech controllers. I can just play this on my PlayStation Classic controller now. And I give personal thanks to people who have helped out with implementation and testing scenarios that involved, such as PSNO, Matt Franco, etc. You've all been incredibly awesome, and the control schemes of non-analog aptitude is so incredibly difficult and cumbersome and frustrating to pull off for many end users, so we're doing the work for you so you can get it utilized with the next very update. So let's get into the game here, and I'm going to show you this action here. I'll actually show you my controller being used with non-analog controls here. And then I'll do a few more demonstrations. And again, I have a few more things work in progress, and I'll get them out for the very, very next update, including some awesome MAME 2003 Plus, Extreme, etc. And as always, I'll try to get Amiga updated each and every update. I have Amiga updated as well, with a few more nuances. Okay, let's talk to the camera guy here. And many games have tried and failed to replicate this. I mean, include Bubsy on, of course, PlayStation. But again, look at this. PlayStation Classic controller, entirely using the D-pad with my 360-degree maneuverability. I can use the cameras, push select to go back. This is so damn awesome. Game is completely refined and controllable here. So let's get into the first stage here. Let's try to get to the Bomb King, see if we can get to him with the non-analog controls. Then we'll try something like Star Fox 64 and or of course Mario Kart 64. Might have a few more games there, but again, any games that are missing from the control schemes, let me know and I'll try to get them implemented via either control overlay schemes or of course individual games. Because this is a tried and true thing that many people have tried and failed at miserably. It is run so awesome right now, and the refinement to analog sensitivity is working great on even a digital controller here. And yes, we'll have to get it implemented for, of course, like Metal Gear Solid as well. And I'm going to try to work in, like, more variability for, like, the DualShock as well, because we want to be able to have some nice vibration controls. But let's try to get to the Bomb King here. Should be pretty easy. I've been through this game so many times. I'm actually, going back in history, I beat this game entirely on Japan Nintendo 64 before it even came out in the United States on an American Nintendo 64. I had Pilot Wings as well as Mario 64 and all the other games that were out at the time. They were so much of awesome games. I kind of like the Japan Pilot Wings better because you can actually go like 38,000 feet high and you're in the stratosphere. They kind of eliminated that little bug glitch in the USA version, so you pretty much could only go sky high. But yes, you could literally go up into almost outer space in the Japan version. And there are other things like religious experiences they censored out of it as well, which are just the way people read, like looking at clouds and see Puff the Magic Dragon, etc., whether or not you're on 420. Let's get past this part here, which would typically be tricky with a D-pad, but let's see if I can get through here. Oh yeah, I jumped just in case I messed up. But yeah, it's working pretty nicely. And yes, I did mention I'm going to try to go back to Sledgehammer, a great show from the 80s, 90s. Awesome show. Love that show. Okay, let's take out this boss here. And it's no fair that we can actually be thrown off the ledge, precipice of doom by the boss, but the boss cannot do that. I mean, we can't do it to the boss because he says it's against the rules of engagement. So let's try to get around him and take him out again. Non-analog controls here. Just simply use the PlayStation Classic controller. How awesome is that? Let's get around him and throw him. We'll use the square button to throw him if we can get around him. Oh, yeah. Take him to the end. There we go. Oh, yeah. Do it again. Do it again. Come on, stop spinning around on me, dude. What are you, like Iron Mike here? Come on. Yahoo! And all the Mario hacks are going to be fun to play, too. Bam! I think it's 3 hits, right? Wasn't it 3 hits to take him out? It's been so many times that I've done this, that you know it. One more time for the win. Woohoo! Bye-bye! Okay. So again, using just a PlayStation Classic controller, and it's freaking awesome. And we'll get as many games as we can get implemented. Maybe even the entire 300 plus USA set. Then go look at the N64 dummy, go to another Nintendo 64 game, and use another configuration here. Let's do, how about Mario Kart 64? See how that runs. Same core, loop in 64, and once we're in game, we'll do the configuration for it. Again, any cores that utilize analog control sensitivity and non-sensibilities, I'm going to try to have these running with the non-analog controller, like the PlayStation and, of course, SNES controls. Quick menu, controls, and we'll go to load remap file, and I'll probably have just a Nintendo 64 folder for these so we don't confuse them with anybody who makes their own configurations. But we'll do Mario Kart 64, bam, and it says it right there, load remap file, Mario Kart 64, resume. We should be able to play the game fully on my PlayStation and or Nintendo's Super Nintendo controller. So let's check this out, and maybe we'll do like Star Fox 64 next. Let's try the CCC here, 150cc. Always gotta play in like the hardest difficulty, of course. Okay, again, PlayStation Classic controller for the win here. You can see it plain as day now. Let's check this out. Would be cool to have a little overlay of your controller right on the screen so you can actually see what buttons you're being pushed and all that. I spun out. Oh, jeez. I forgot you have to do the durability as far as like taking out from the start line at the count of 3. But look how awesome this is running. Love it, love it, love it. Really, really absolutely digging this. I could do this all night long. Let's go back to the game here. Get through like one lap here, and then we'll try a couple more games. Castlevania is another game that I really, really thoroughly enjoy. I mean, I love the entire lineage of Castlevania games, and even the less than lackluster 3D Castlevania games always have pretty damn cool music. Oh yeah! But yes, Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario 64 are working famously here, and we just need to get some stuff like GoldenEye working. And I love my Turok games as well, even though they have a strange hue of green, like in, of course, a certain movie. They're all people! So are they green? Oh, yeah. So I'm really, really ecstatic with this. Let's try another game real quick. We hit the brick wall there, so we're moving to another game. What else do we have? We'll definitely do Star Fox 64 for a moment here. Should be nicely implemented. Star Fox 64. And I just passed it. There we go. We're going to do the Gloopin 64 here. And, of course, we're going to do, of course, the configuration file just like we did with Mario Kart 64. Okay, quick menu. Controls. Load remap file. And let's go to Star Fox 64. And you can do it with the Zelda games as well. I mean, look at this. We got both Zelda games, Majora's Mask, as well as Ocarina of Time working awesomely, sauce-wise, with the non-analog controller scheme. There we go. Star Fox 64 for the win. Resume. And this is a game that I actually imported many, many years back because I want to play it earlier than normal release. And, of course, it came out like 2 weeks later in the United States, so I ended up wasting like $20 extra. But it was worth it. Still enjoyed the game. Again, using the PlayStation Classic controller. Let's see if this controls here. Oh yeah, should have gone to the meteor level. And a lot of things have been cleaned up with Nintendo 64s, not just the cores themselves, but the overall caching of the games as far as they load, so that they don't get overloaded and crash and burn, like with Excitebike, of course on Nintendo with the overheat meter, when you use the fuller accelerator-ometer and such. Okay, let's get into the game here, and again, using a PlayStation Classic controller. I'll show you once I'm controlling this. Again, it's going to be fun going through like the whole myriad of like 300 plus games here and playing all that I can with just a PlayStation Classic controller. So yeah, we can essentially play about any single game you name on the Mini Classics using just your PlayStation Classic controller or even a Super Nintendo controller with reason. You might have to like disable a few functions here and there on controllers, which would not really be proprietary to really matter in. Like even with the NES Games, we didn't really need to have the floppy disk load, which didn't even have implementation in the core itself. So it worked out pretty nicely with the last release. Many people have been given tremendous feedback. Not sure what I'm talking about. If you go into quick menu, controls there, load remap file. If you go to, say, for instance, the Blue MSX, and you load Metal Gear 1 or 2, the original Hideo Kojima games for any of the MSX cores, either Blue MSX or if MSX, you load this remap file, you're going to be able to play it on your Super Nintendo and or PlayStation Classic controller as well. Let's get back to the game here. And I did this for DOS games as well. Like I said, I'll try to add these until the point where we have like thousands of them. Again, look at this. PlayStation Classic controller. People have actually spent hours trying to do this stuff in the past. It's crazy. This is so damn awesome here. And what other game do we want to try? Maybe a Castlevania game next?
Get back here!
Very, very happy. This is playing so awesome. True analog on a D-pad controller. And on my Logitech controller, by the way, I actually have a little button that switches between analog and digital, so I can actually have them map directly to my digital with a touch of a button. So this is essentially what it feels like right now doing this. Low content Star Trek 3, dummy. Let's go back to the Nintendo 64. Let's do one of these Castlevania games. We'll do Castlevania, the first one here. Load archive, loop in 64 again. I'm going to have to go through both of these games. Oh, my beloved Castlevania series, and no matter how many games come out in the series, I still love playing Castlevania 3 for Nintendo the most, along with, of course, Castlevania 4 for Super Nintendo. And these are both incredibly awesome games. Quick menu, controls. Let's go to load remap file, make sure we have the Castlevania file. Bam. Resume. And again, many people pick these games up and play them like once a year around Halloween time, but I love playing these all the time around. These are so damn awesome. Okay, we're going to pick Carrie here, because I want to have a character that has like shmup attitude here. We love our shmup style characters, projectile weapons. I nearly always pick projectile weapons if I can use them in a game, versus of course melee weapons. And I was looking at the Necronomicon there. We need to watch some more Evil Dead and Army of Darkness with Bruce Campbell for the win there. And speaking of which, he was also in, of course, the show Hercules Legendary Journeys. I kind of wonder if the Nintendo 64 version of Hercules Legendary Journeys actually has a star appearance by Bruce Campbell.
Whatever awaits, I have no regrets.
Whatever awaits, I have no regrets. Force the silence there. Using the PlayStation Classic controller again. Okay, that is so cool. First time I played that way back, that was so awesome. Let's try taking out a few enemies here. Should be around the corner. This guy doesn't look too good. Okay, where's the enemies at? PlayStation Classic controller. Let's get past this though. He has breathed his last. A local villager. Oh, great. We can use our R1, the auto targeter. What the hell? This is like before the Zombies and Skeletons random movies. Video games did it first, everybody. Sounds like a shotgun there. But yes, this game is played awesome here. Let's try the other Castlevania game real quick. I want to play through both of these again. And for those of you who are more initiated, what are the true differences between these two titles? Okay. Castlevania follow-up, Legacy of Darkness. We'll load that with the same core. Okay, occasionally, you might run into a game which is not really implemented as far as control schemes are concerned. We're going to try to get official control schemes that we test and try to intrude and such, but I'm going to show you what to do if you run into a game that doesn't really have a control scheme set up for it just yet. So I'm going to go into quick menu, controls, and I'm going to think of a game that has a similar control scheme to it. I'm going to go to the folder here, and like if you're playing a first-person shooter, try another first-person shooter scheme and compare results. Again, you're going to have all the official ones here, which would be like N64 Lego Racers, N64 Load Runner 3D, N64 Mario Golf, etc. But then, say for instance, you get a game to that might not have a configuration included in release, and we're going to just say for instance load up Mario 64 configuration while we're playing a Castlevania game, and we're going to test it out right now and compare. And theoretically, many of these will work out just fine. And as far as the expansion pack, I'll do more stuff with that and releases too. They get better performance and speed when we run that too. But let's start this game out here. And for those of you who actually played both of these games, Castlevania and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, from beginning to end, let me know the true differences between the two on Nintendo 64. But again, we're officially running with the Mario 64 configuration right now, and we're going to compare to see if the game is even controllable. If it is, I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? Okay, we seem to have mobility 360 degrees here. We got our weapon. We got our camera and such. Okay. Now, say for instance this works out for my favorite here. I'm going to try it out for another minute here just to see what happens. Loving this music here. Let's take that barrel down. See if we can pick up weapons. Use the triangle to pick up weapons and such, and items, okay? So yes, it's actually controlled favorably with the Mario 64 scheme, but again, you're gonna mainly include official ones in the release. I'm not gonna just say this as is without properly testing it further. Oh yeah! Okay, we should get our little scripted event here. Yep, scripted event coming up. So far, everything seems to be controlled nicely, so what I'm going to do here is actually go into a quick menu, Controls, and now, for the sake of the argument here that this Mario 64 is working fine and favorably for Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, I'm going to go down to Save Game Remap File, and then when I go to load it next time, check this out, quick menu Controls, load Remap File, it's going to have Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, the new remap file. So again, all the ones that say N64 will be the ones that we officially add to the release. The ones that have the self-titled names like this will pretty much be the ones that you add yourself. So it's going to work out quite nicely. So we're using this one that I did for the Mario 64 one right here. Like I said, it's controlled awesome. No problems, no arguments whatsoever. If I actually have to make a few refinements for the official release, I will. Okay? Okay, let's see what's up here. Do R1 to reset the camera here. You see a device for rotating the mast. Do you wish to rotate the mast? Yes! Obviously, that's going to give me a little bit of a puzzle thing here. And I have to say, when I did play this many years ago, I got to the clock tower stage, and when you fall hard in that game. That gets crazy. Might help if I'm on the other side of the mast there. Jump on the other side of the mast. Okay? Really digging this music. Really, really cool. Okay? Jump! Another mast there. R1 to reset the camera. You see a device for rotating the mast. Do you wish to rotate the mast? Yes, I did that like a second ago. Okay. This is great on my sound system, by the way. Where do I go from here? Jump up. Okay, let's go this way. Rotate the camera so I can actually go more forward here. Oh, I almost fell! Take this candle out. We got a key! The dock key. Can we just jump right back down? Woo! Yep, we can do that. Now, where do I use that key at? Where do I use that key at? It's been a while, folks. Oh, I'll just go up the stairs there. Nope. Not there. I'm assuming I can use it. Oh, there we go. Gotta use the dock key here, right? Okay. Using my dock key. Now we're inside. There you go. Puzzle number 1 solved. Getting into the damn ship. Okay. Very, very happy with this. I'm definitely going to be coming back to this with my PlayStation Classic controller. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, no. Man. I need to use some projectile weapons. There we go. Take that guy down. Another knife. Barrels. Okay. I really love how you're going through the doors kind of like Resident Evil style. Game is actually playing quite nicely. But let me know what other games you like to see with these non-analog controls games. Like I said, this is so freaking awesome right now. The game is more playable than ever before because I really absolutely hated the mundaneness of swapping my controllers out over and over again just to play Mario 64, etc. Okay. But we're going to move on to some other stuff. I mean, let's try like one more game after this. Let's pick maybe one more game. Okay, what's going to happen here? Oh no. Just give me a boss battle. I don't even have much energy. I don't know if I want to take out a boss battle with this little low of energy right now. Well-designed game. You can definitely see they cleaned up quite a few things from the first one to this one. I need to still play both of the Bloodstain games all the way through. I mean, the 8-bit one. Whoa, that was awesome. Okay, I'm not going to spoil this, but this feels like something straight out of Splatterhouse there. Let's try one more game real quick. That is so awesome. I'm going to be coming back to that, though. Let's go through the list there and see what other games we want to try out. Let's try F-Zero-X, another favorite game of mine. We'll do that with, of course, the N64. And utilizing that same philosophy for the last game I did, which is, of course, using a Mario 64 configuration on Castlevania Legacy Darkness, which worked out quite nicely. It might need minor refinements at best. I'm going to do the same thing here with quick menu, controls. And I'm going to go to load remap file, looping. And again, I can check this out with another racing game configuration. Like I can do Mario Kart 64 or even like Wave Race. We'll try them out and see which one really kind of benefits the playability of the game. I'll try Wave Race for right now. Resume. And again, if I like it, I can save the game configuration. Let's try this right now. And see if I can actually play the game. And I have to say my personal favorite F-Zero game would easily be F-Zero GX on the GameCube. And that along with the Metroid Prime games are the reason I still have my GameCube. Okay, come on now. And the campaign mode in F-Zero GX on, of course, GameCube is tremendously difficult. Okay? Yep, controls are working perfectly. See if I can do my boost and such too. We gotta make sure we can do my boost after the first lap here. If I can do my boost, then I'm gonna save this configuration. For right now, at least. Again, any that you see in the release are gonna be officially tested ones that we test. This music never gets old. Again, I want to make sure I can do my turbo boost once we get it after the first stage here. Because we get one per lap, of course. I should be able to get first place, right? Even though I got off to a false start there by pushing the wrong button. There we go. Action's working perfectly for the boost. That's working for me. Oh, hell yeah! So now I'm going to go into quick menu, controls, and I'm going to go to save game remap file, and now it's officially saved. So I can go to quick menu controls again, load remap file, and loop in, and there it is right there, F-Zero-X. Now we have it for next time we play. And we're going to resume in, and we got another boost there. So let's check this out for a minute. Let's try to at least get first place before we end this video. Need one more boost. We're close to getting first place. Mode activate. The racing games and shmups are my favorite, so I need to get my first place mode activated here without doubt. Come on, come on, come on. One more boost. It should do the trick here. Yeah! Bye-bye! Bye-bye, first place. No, 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 no. You can't have this. I need this. We're going to get this first place mode activated. It's the last thing we do in this video. For sure. For schnizzle. Man, it's a close fight right here. These rubber band AI physics and such. Love these. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Right with me to the last bootleg of the race. Come on. Come on. Bam. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys and gals. There'll be more to come.